right, we are on air. Welcome. This is America's Alliance Formula Racing, Division 2, Round 3, China. Now with Cub. Cub is not here yet, but he is joining me momentarily. And so these guys, we just started the lobby. We'll see who goes out first in which set of tires. I don't know what the strategy for this race should be. So we'll find out if anyone tries to qualifies on the medium. And while we're waiting here, we can look at the standings. So Ferrari leading the Constructors Championship with 44 points. But as far as the drivers are concerned, we've had two racers thus far. Kenny LaFleur leads with 50 points. Pat Salazar in P2 with 30 points. El Sociodan tied for that P2 spot with 30 points. P4, Brother John with 24 points. Mr. Tafter right after him with 18 points. Jay Patel, 10 points. Gator, 8 points. Lacadian, 6 points. X Bonnet, our newest addition, 2 points. And then the Dubman and Sheer Insanity with no points thus far. Now we know Sheer Insanity has insane pace. So we'll see what he can do, if he can turn today into a result. All right, so El Sucio Dan choosing to go out on the mediums. So he must be thinking that he can put the car uh, up on the field, up on the front of the grid on the medium tires. And there must be an advantage to go on the medium tires, otherwise he would not. And we have Brother John on the McLaren. We're very happy that he could make it today. He was unsure if he was going to be in attendance today. Bonnet is right behind him, so both Alfa Romeos out. Mr. Tafter taking the Aston Martin seat for today. Both Red Bulls are out, Lacadian and Pat Lassard. So El Sucio going on. Let's go on board with El Sucio for a lap around China. Gets the car turned in with minimum braking after the 50-meter board really throws it in there. Gets the car rotated nice. Here it's all about patience, going early in the throttle, and the rear complains under traction. He has a little bit of a moment. Wow, braking super late here, but then overshooting the apex. Um, so he's having a hard time finding the grip right now to put the car in the places where the car needs to be for a lap time. Really pushing those mediums as much as he can. So that was pretty good line. Not sure what the invalidation looks like in that year. Oh, right before the 50, a little bit conservative there. Gets the car rotated very nicely. Now this is all about how early you can get on the power, because one small slip up will cost you the entire straight. One of the longest straights in Formula One right here. And so if you don't get a good traction zone, very difficult. Loses quite a little bit of time. Braking by the 100-meter board, gets the car rotated early in the power. Pretty textbook line right there. Doesn't cut as much as I thought he was going to. And we'll see. 132.6. That is the time that others are to chase. And the Bonnet is about to cross the line. Pole position 132.3. 3/10 faster than El Sucio Dan on the soft tires, I must point out. Gators on the in a hot lap, and oh, sheer insanity on the softs, so he can catch the end of his lap right here. So all these guys breaking pretty early here for the entry of this corner. Oh, brother John saying forgot to check the weather. Does this mean rain for these guys? Park Ferme. Oh no, brother John. I think he forgot to check if there was going to be rain, and now it's Park Ferme. These guys cannot change the setup on the car. Um, so this means rain for the race. We're having a lot of rain here in this game. We'll see here where Shear can put his car. Wow, he just smashed the pole time by over a second. That's very good. A second and a half. Oh, Gator spinning. That's an interesting place to spin too. So hmm, must have gone on the throttle too aggressively. Because you can add a little bit more throttle in this place of the place in this segment of the track. But if your rear tires are loaded, it can snap on you like that. So Kenny's doing the pits. Brother John in and out lap on the medium tires. Now, what I'm wondering here is this: if there will be rain, if there's rain, then why are these guys going in the medium? Here we can see the forecast for the race, so we're just guessing. All right, so Brother John starting up. Hot lap. Guess the car rotated pretty nicely. Early on the power. This is a very textbook exit out of that one. Okay, so he's being very careful here not to overshoot this corner. Slow in, fast out. Oh, something happened in Sector 1, and I think it's just one of the Red Bulls letting an Alfa Romeo by in their hot lap. Now, this guy's doing a very good job of keeping everything under control. Oh, Brother John! He goes in the power while the left tire is on the curb. Loses the rear of the car, which is very easy to do there. That's one of the places where people can lose their cars. Now, I haven't done a lap around China yet, which is not advisable since I'll be racing tomorrow. But every year, that's an easy place to lose the car right there. So Gator is probably going in. Yes, so he's going in. These guys are on the pit. So Bonnet, El Suciodan, and Lacadian are all on an out lap. And the first one to cross the line will be El Suciodan. So I want to see what his soft lap will look like compared to what he did with the mediums. Lacadian, no, Pat Lassard has invalidated, so he's probably gonna go back in the pits. There he goes. He gets the car rotated. Now he'll be able to be a lot more on the softs, a lot more aggressive than he was in the mediums. He did not lose traction right there the way he did on the previous lap. Yeah, very good. And is this full throttle? Nope. Little bit of a lift. Does he trial brake? Yes, he does. He goes about half a brake, then a little bit. Full brakes, throw the cars in. Very measured. And this, how does he come off the brakes here? Oh wow, he doesn't come off the brakes until he hits the apex, which is interesting to know. Yeah, he's shaving a ton of time here. Right at the 100-meter mark. Goes a little deep. I think you can cut that one apex a little bit, but not a whole ton of time, really. Especially if you open the exit. There you go. He hits the apex. Goes on the power. Oh, so close in between these guys. It's nothing, really. It's a hundredth of a second between these two. Now, something has happened here. Oh, I think Brother John is just allowing people to go by. He is sticking to those mediums. No game audio. Thanks, Lucky. Um, hmm. Give me just one moment. Is it no audio or is it really low? And is it back? So we'll use 5 minutes of quality here to troubleshoot. Hmm. Okay, testing, testing. Okay, that's good. Hmm. Okay. Okay. And it's interesting. I didn't change anything, so and it worked last week. Not sure what happened. Can you hear the game now? Well, this is annoying. Hmm. Oh, Mr. Tafter crashing on the straight. We missed that. I just got a message from Mr. Tafter. Okay. Okay. If nothing, I have one more thing. Still nothing. Okay. I now I need to. I know what I can do now. Prop sources. Okay. All right. If this doesn't work now, then I don't know what will. Yes! Thank you, Lucky Moose. Driver of the day, Lucky Moose. But it's too loud. Well, that's easy to fix. Race director. Oh, no. Settings. I'm going to go. All right. Is that a little better? Much better. Awesome. All right, we're back. So what has happened? Sheer Insanity has shaved another half second on that lap on El Sudan. So El Sudan out here, probably on an out lap, trying to contest that pole position. Bonnet, 131.8, so a second behind these guys. Gator, 32.1. And 32.9 for Brother John, and now he's put softs. Now, 50 seconds before this goes down. He's not gonna have time unless our timer is wrong again. So we'll see what happens here. Pelasarn is on 2-lap old soft tires, so I'm thinking he's coming in. Asusia going in the pits. All right, so he's done, I think. Okay, we can go with Kenny. He matches his first second. Can he challenge for P2 or even pole position? Oh, he has the pace. Very tight line around there. This guy's being very careful on the power during the double apex there. So he brakes really late for this. And he turns in the car quite late. Be very careful through here. Very careful. What is happening? Is he abandoning the lap? I think so. We have abandoned the lap. So Lacadian, we can finish the lap here with Lacadian. Or Lacadian. If I said it right. I never say it right. Okay, that was really good. It goes early in the power. Opened up the exit pretty well. Ooh, almost lost the rear end there. So P5 for Lacadian. Okay, so our timing is definitely wrong as it was last year's game. So Sheer Insanity is done. Nope, Kenny is done. Lacadian is absolutely done. Brother John on the lap, I think so. For those of you who have just joined us, these guys on Discord have said there might be rain in the race. Rain in the race. So everyone has abandoned their medium runs or soft runs. So we have not seen the forecast, so it's hard to know if the rain is coming at the beginning of the race or at the end of the race. Let's see. A lot of time to be gained or lost. I don't know how that was not a corner cut. Wow, that you can take a lot of curb in that corner. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful line through there. Yeah, Brother John puts the car on P5. But Sheer Insanity with a very good time for pole position, 130.3. Not everyone can say they can drop a half a second to El Sudan. So now all that's left is to see how rain will come into place here. Nice pole, man. Nice pole. Guys, when you get to the grid, wait until everyone is ready, picking their tires and setting their feel and their strategies. And that's all. So whenever everyone agrees they're ready, then we can go. So now we'll see if there will be rain right off the bat. And it's raining right away. Now we don't get the forecast these guys do. So these guys will get, an estimation about how long this rain is gonna go. And if you and another thing is this is looking like inters. So if it intensifies, we are not previewed to that either. And fan favorite, brother John, already the shout out by Nameless Nate on the Twitch stream. Let's go, John. So are we going for a John podium tonight? Is that what you guys want to see? Now he's got some pace. He's got some pace from the last game. John DNF in turn 2. No. Okay. Today we have a little bit more balanced approach at the chat. At the chat today. So Lucky Moose. Brutal, man. Oh, is that KUB? Do we get KUB? I don't know. All right, is anyone not ready? All right,
Hello.
guys. All right, guys. We're set to go. Do remember formation lap, and be careful in the formation lap. Don't hit anybody. And then once you do line up for the grid, turn 1 here can be a total mess. Very long race. Be careful. Good luck. Have fun. Ladies
Hello,
and gentlemen, we have KUB in the house. Hello, KUB.
Good luck,
Hello,
guys.
hello, my friend. I just got back, and the first thing I did was hop on the
Good luck,
quad,
everyone.
just to watch this beautiful race. I see rain. Don't tell me the quad was in rain too.
Nope, no rain the quali. But some of these guys forgot to check. So this looks like a full Inters race. So it looks like 14 to 17 laps. You can pit for another set of Inters, and that's it. One stop strategy.
So it's full wet. I mean full wet race.
For wet race, yes. And these guys get to do a one stop for Inters. That's about it. Sheer Insanity dropped El Sucio by half a second in quali.
By half a second?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I know. It's not very often we see that, since El Sucio is quite a fast driver.
So.
Oh wow! Look at these guys. Go look at Kenny. Why are these guys so on top of each other? There will be tears here if contact. Okay, yeah. There you go. They're spreading out. The top 2 are like not losing any time. El Sucio is like right on Shear's gearbox. It's very interesting to see. And then Kenny is like half a sector,
super far away.
Yeah, behind.
There's a strategy coming from Kenny right here.
Oh, Kenny! Oh, I almost lost the car. Did you see that? Kenny almost Perez'd the car. Wasn't a formation lap, but it's going to the grid. Oh, is Nameless Nate brother John's engineer? Now I know Nate has been working on his setup know-how. Trying to teach people stuff's the best way to learn something, so I totally understand if that's the thing that's going on. Man.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I didn't have game audio, and Lucky told me I didn't have game audio. OBS removed all my sound input, and so I had to redo them. I think he's using my phone. I had to give him some ring adjustments. Ah, yes. Probably ride height. That's the one thing I do. It makes you slow, but you have more control of the car, which is fine by me. All right, get away on the inters. We'll see who can get a good getaway here. 5 red lights. Away we go. And there we go.
We're not going.
Oh, I think El
Get some desync.
Sucio's got a massive start. Kenny on the inside. Sheer Insanity losing 2 positions. They're going side by side. Kenny get a little pushed just a little gently. But Sheer Insanity has the inside to that corner. Looks like everyone has made it through the turn 1, turn 2 complex. People side by side. And Kenny not giving up on that position. And he has to yield. So Kenny tucking behind Sheer Insanity. And that is allowing
Ooh, and Brother John is off. Brother John is off. And so is Lacadian. I wonder if there was any contact.
Oh,
there.
that's probably some contact in between Lacadian and Brother John. So we'll see what happens here with these guys. Mr. Tefter from last to P4. That's amazing recovery. Yeah, so Mr. Tefter gaining 5 positions at the start. Lightning quick in these rain conditions. Interesting Red Bull 1-2. Interesting tactics from McLaren. Now we don't know what actually happened. Dan.
Ooh, can you with a slight lockup?
Lives to fight another day. Oh, there's a Ferrari sideways. That's Gator losing the rear end. Oh yeah, that Ferrari is complaining under traction like crazy. How's his wing? Does he have a wing still? Oh, he almost Giovinazzi in there. Okay, so Lacadian going in the pits. I'm guessing Brother John also going in the pits. No, he's in the grass. Brother John in the grass, and now I'm guessing he will have to come to the pits. And that's gonna be a wing change, a tire change, everything change.
It's pretty much the race over for both of them. They still get the points, but you know.
I mean, they'll be fighting each other. They'll have each other to fight for a while.
I mean, like Hayden is leaving the pits right now, and Brother John is still in the pit box. So there is gonna be a pretty big gap.
That's a good point. All right, so El Sucio then getting the jump at the start on Sheer, and Sheer allowing 1.7 second gap. Now it does look like Sheer Insanity might be dropping Kenny here. Or it might be too early to tell, I'm not sure.
The gap is kind of, 1 second of... Oh, we got sector 1.
Oh, it's Brother John!
Oh, Brother John, yeah. You see that.
Right out of the pits. And he was one driver who went into Discord and said, I should have checked the forecast. So we know for sure he has not done anything to his setup to account for the wet tires. Oh, Kenny Kenny shaved some time off a sheer, so it seems like Kenny's got the pace advantage.
Ooh, but he's gonna go wide, right? Or actually, that's an okay line. Big understeering to turn 1, but he made it work.
Yeah, he just carried the speed into the entry of the corner.
Ooh! Just the lockup?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He locked both front tires. Now, for rain setup, KUB, did you change the differential? Or, sorry, the brake bias?
Brake bias? No.
Yeah, no? You leave it as is the way you do it in the dries? In the dry?
Yeah. Maybe it's a 1% change. It really all depends if you're locking up or not. Because I was just like slightly locking up, so I moved it back 1% towards the back end. But it doesn't really have any impact if you have it at 55 or 57. It's just really a personal preference.
Okay. I never lock.
Unless there's something that I don't know about.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's locking, almost going to every single corner here, which is a dangerous. Oh, sheer! Losing the rear end under traction.
Under traction. Yeah.
And also Jordan putting the fastest lap.
Yeah, that guy is flying, honestly.
And now that might give Mr. Tafter a run here. Now we'll see if Kenny has a pace advantage, because if that's the case, then Kenny is going to set on the, you know, sail on the sunset.
I mean, I feel like they're kind of all similar on the pace. Maybe also with you know, with an advantage, but the P2, P3, P4, I feel like all of them are on the same pace, kind of.
Okay. So then at that point, it becomes who makes a mistake.
Yeah. Well, it becomes who makes less mistakes.
Yeah. As in, who makes a mistake ends up losing a position, and sheer insanity. He's either being more careful under traction, or that rear end is just not complying. Yeah, look at that!
Oh, yeah.
He was about to lose the car again. Looking very unstable.
Yeah, Mr. Tafter with ERS on. Not really getting any closer to sheer insanity. Just got a tiny bit closer. I'm not sure.
Did you just call him Mr. Saturday?
No, I said Mr. Or maybe I did. I don't know.
Because qualifying, he is just. Oh, he lost the car completely. And that's a DNF. That's a wheel off. That's a wheel completely
safety
gone.
Car. Yep, safety
car. So that brings. Oh, Brother John. Don't tell me, Brother John. I hope he didn't just park in the pits.
Brother John DNF'd outside of, on the exit of Sector 1. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so I missed it. Okay, so he actually lost the wheel or something?
That I'm not sure of.
Oh, instead of just... Okay.
I just saw the car on the exit of turn, I don't know, 4?
I don't know, man. Between you and I saw that happening from half a lap before, because his rear was just so unstable.
Yeah.
You know?
When you overheat them, it's pretty much game over.
And if your normal go-to on the power on the throttle is to oh, Gator has a drive-through speeding under safety car. If your normal going out of corners is that you're braking traction, then one little bit above that, you're gonna spin the car.
No.
The problem is when the car gives you no warning whatsoever, right? So your normal throttle inputs, the rear is fine, but then for one reason or another, and it could be a curb, it could be a number of things, the car completely snaps on you. That doesn't happen a lot in this game. It certainly happened in the last game. Pat Lassard speeding under the safety car. What is happening?
Well, listen, if you follow me closely, last round Bahrain, you definitely saw it happen.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Is if the car is giving you a warning, it's all right. Let me go easy. But like what you did, you hit a you hit a part of a curb wrong, and it wasn't a warning. The rear was just gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just sent me flying at that point. It was really just a driver mistake at that point. I honestly had no idea that out of turn 4, that curb on the outer side of it has a sausage curb. Because that's what I hit. I hit that sausage curb.
I didn't even know you could go out that far without a penalty. I was looking at your camera and I was like, it makes sense why you found some time there. I couldn't
Does
put
it say
okay,
AI to Kenny?
AI to Kenny? Is Kenny?
Yeah, on his name. If you look from
Mr.
It does.
It does.
Why does it say AI?
Maybe he paused the game to change something.
Oh, I changed to expanded and it disappeared.
Yeah, he probably went to the menu.
Yeah.
All right, so word from sheer insanity. I couldn't put any power down without losing traction. I surprised I tested that long. I lasted that long. Okay, so he also noticed that the car was basically giving him a warning, like, hey, there just ain't that much traction here. Same happened to me, and it is hard to register that sometimes, especially when the guy in front has ton of traction, no problem, right?
Yeah, on this game, with overheating the rear tires of your car, the problem is that force feedback doesn't tell you that you overheated them. So you're gonna just keep on driving like in the optimal range of operation, and then bang, you just snap the rear because you didn't know that the back end was overheating.
Okay.
The only way to actually tell that it's overheating is A, when you start sliding a lot, or B, you check the MFD. But like when you're chasing somebody, I don't really think you have the time to look at an MFD to check your tire temps.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where you would pull that time. Oh, we have Pat Lassard in the pits. Gator in the pits. They got
the drive-thrus.
They can't serve it right now. I hope
they can't.
They cannot. So
I don't think they know. Yeah, I don't think they know that. Just a regular pit stop. It's not a drive-thru.
Drift King Kenny here. I don't see Kenny drifting, but yeah. So
he's sliding a little bit.
Any more words from Sheer? He said that he couldn't have any throttle with having wheel input, and Inters will make it here to the end. Everyone else needs to pit. Still, they aren't losing. Okay, so Sheer is saying, hey, P6, P7, they have a drive-through, but these Inters can go to the end. So if they serve the drive-through and just no more pit stops, then they're in the same strategy as these guys in front. Is the idea here.
Yeah, that's true. But they're gonna have that tire advantage when they pit.
It's true. I mean, they have the tire advantage now. 7 tire. 7 laps on these guys. Now, Mr. Tafter gaining 6 positions is probably the driver of the day. He started last, so whatever. He's in a podium position now.
By the way, did you know that China for kids under 18 years of age, they can only play video games 3 hours a week.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I saw the article this morning. It's funny you said
Yeah.
that.
I said yesterday, I was like, that's pretty crazy. If someone told me I only have 3 hours to play my F1 game, I would be like, I would move out to Europe.
Well, we'll see. Okay, let's just see where El Sucio decides to take the pack. And I think he hits it. I think Kenny's got some time on him.
Mr. Tough to ride on his gearbox
Right on
pretty
his
much. So is
gearbox.
Kenny. Oh!
Oh god, you guys.
Kenny had to brake. Mr. Tafter taking the inside of Kenny.
Okay, so
Let's him go though.
Decided to live another day.
And so Padlas are in the pit serving that drive through right now.
Okay. That's smart. You might as well do it now. And not lose time on traffic. And Gator's not doing the same, so... Oh! Mr. Tafter might have a run. He does not have a run. So El Sucio just dropped Kenny by almost 2 seconds already.
Yeah.
And now this brings Bonnet in contention as well for these podium positions here. And Lacadian too. Yes, Lacadian doesn't have a drive-through, so he's doing pretty good. He can see podium positions. Gator has a drive-through.
Yeah, I don't know if in this game, when you go off the, especially in the wets, if you go off the racing line to like collect water for your tires, I actually don't know if that has any effect on the tires.
What year was it?
I hope it does.
I think in 2019 you had to do that to cool your full wets when the thing was dry. You had to go to off the line and you could see the temperature go down. I haven't had to do that until 2020, I think, at all.
I had to do it in Australia.
This year?
But yeah, this year.
Okay.
This season. But I didn't really see any effect of doing that.
Okay. El Sucio is indeed very quick on the wet. He always has been. Since it's been almost a year since we've been watching El Sucio Dan race, and that's always been the case. It starts raining a little bit, he just takes off. Oh, Gator has also served his penalty, and Palisard is literally right behind him now.
So both of them can go to the end, but I'm guessing that a lot of the guys in front are gonna pit like 15, 16, something like that, maybe even later in the race. So I honestly don't think Pat with Gator, I don't think they can challenge anything more than maybe P4 the most.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty much calmed down right now.
Yeah, and now it's and this happens a lot in wet races, where people would stay within a second of each other. I know I had Diego in Australia. I had Diego behind me within a second to a second and a half the entire race. Yeah, I think it's because in this year the
Ooh, is it Lacadian?
Yeah, it is Lacadian. Oh, that's sucks.
I don't see a end plate is off on the left hand side. Definitely some wing damage.
That's a wing. That's a wing. That needs to pit. He needs to pit. So, any news on the United States Grand Prix this year? Are we getting a race?
So far, it's a go. Yeah, well, as of this moment, it's a go. But it
Good.
could really change. Well, it could change even a week before the Grand Prix, since the European Union decided to take off the US of that safe travel list.
Hmm.
So I think they will work it out. But in case they don't, we probably wouldn't see teams like Ferrari and Alfa Romeo, I think.
Yeah, but if that
Both.
happens, they might not race, right?
Yeah, they might just cancel the race. But I'm pretty sure, they can just work it out somehow.
Kenny got a purple sector 3. Well, there might be the sports bubble that people say, like where you keep the paddock within confounds. Oh, what happened?
Oh, like Cadence. No way, did he just Hamilton the pit entry? I'm pretty sure he did.
Yes, he did. That
Oh
he Hamilton
no!
the pit entry. Safety, virtual safety car. Because he didn't have his left side end plate.
Yeah. Man, he was looking so good in this race.
Yeah. Both these guys, both Pat and Lacadian, are looking really good this year. Pat
On
is
Gator
sitting,
again.
Pat.
Being under.
Oh man, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
always like half a second below, just in case. Pat is second in the standings. Yeah, Pat Lassard,
So
second,
Kenny-
sitting with 30 points.
Right on the gearbox of El Sociedad.
Oh, safety car is gone. Oh, El Sucio then lost a
Yeah.
lot of time.
Yeah, there's a way to cheat the virtual safety car, that's for sure.
Yeah, but if you get caught, it's a drive-through. So you gotta be just really, really, really good with it.
But it's more about how the delta works with it. It's not really about when the delta goes red. Because you can build up so much time in like 2 corners and then just go flat on that big straight in sector 3.
I see.
And if the guy in front of you goes like kind of slightly faster than you through some corners, he's not gonna have as much of the green delta as you do, so he's gonna have to slow down like halfway through on that straight, so you're gonna just gain time, and it's almost every track is like that. And we can abuse it in the game, and in real life drivers they abuse it too.
The problem is
And
even if you're a thousands in the red when the counter stop,
Yeah.
that's it. And it's hard to tell when the counter stops. When it's about to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it only tells you that VSC is ending, but it doesn't give you an exact countdown on when the race goes green flags.
Right.
That's the problem with it. So you always gotta be extra cautious when doing that. But Vettel is openly talking. He definitely openly talked about it. How you can just cheat the VSC.
Yeah, I remember that. What year was that? Was that 2018?
So yeah, something
He's
like that.
talking
But
about
he did
that?
say to the media that they do it because it's allowed.
Yeah. And that's the thing about F1 drivers. If you leave time on the table, in any way they're gonna find it. They're gonna use it.
Yeah. It's like in the 2009, the double diffuser from Braun GP. It was pretty much a loophole in the regulations.
And everyone was not Happy about that. But Braun GP wasn't the only team that figured that out, right? Well, who
They were
was
the
it?
first ones. They were the first ones to figure it out, and then other teams followed it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as effective as it was on the Brown GP car.
And then Mercedes bought Braun GP, and that's the Mercedes
They did.
team of today.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you know
how that
Brown?
works.
The I think the team that was the so the what's his name? The Brown guy. What's his first name?
Ross
I
Braun?
forgot. Yeah, Ross Brown. He bought that team. I think it was a Toyota racing team.
Yep.
I think he bought it for $1.
So you're saying that we could have been team owners?
Yeah, the guy Toyota was literally exiting the sport and because they had no money, so they're like, "Here you go, the team for $1." He bought it, and then they made that Brown GP car. Only 3 chassis of it actually exist. Also, see them in the pits. So Kenny takes the lead. Mr. Tafter in the pits. X-Bonnet continues.
Oh, he locked up into the pits. So he pushing to the limit. So X Bonnet continues, Kenny continues.
Yeah, so they built. There's only 3 chassis of that car ever built. And I think Jensen Button has one of them. And Ross Brown has the rest.
Is there a whole lot of delta with brand new Inters versus old Inters?
I actually have no idea.
Let's find out. So interval leader.
They're definitely better, but
So I'm just watching the delta of El Sucio Dan to the leader, which is Kenny. He sits at 20.
over.
Oh yeah, no, he's shaving time off, so you can undercut in the wet. Which now puts how far away was Mr. Tafter behind Kenny?
A second or 2 seconds.
Okay, because Mr.
Not too far
Tafter
away.
is also shaving some time off.
Yeah, Kenny has to pit, and so does Exponent. Like, pit right now. If you don't pit right now, you're just gonna lose so much time. He stays out.
Wow.
I think Asusio down went a full second faster, no, than Kenny.
Yeah. And Mr.
Even more.
Tafter is also 7, 6. No. Tafter is about the same pace as Kenny right now. El Sucio Dan, purple sector 3.
So Kenny did
in the pits.
He needed 145 flat last lap. Asusio Dan. No, it says 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 1 second
Because he came out of the pits. Yep.
Yeah, and Mr. Tafter 2 minutes 2 seconds and 9/10.
Oh yeah, no. El Sucio's put almost 2 seconds on top of what the delta already was to Kenny.
Yeah, he's gonna. No way he Kenny cannot have overcut El Sudan anymore. And I think Mr. Tafter is gonna be in front of Kenny too. Did you hear the rumors about Alfa Romeo next season?
Dude, you're selling some fake news to everyone.
You think so?
I don't know. It just sounds too crazy to be true. Kenny in the pits.
I think it sounds pretty reasonable though.
Yeah, but that's a lot of changes, you know? Like, usually you don't see that many. Teams like, unless you're a Haas, you know?
I mean, you know, Alfa Romeo right now has, let's be honest, two mediocre drivers right now. I don't think Kimi is out of his prime, and I don't think Giovanazzi. I don't think he's anything special, honestly.
Yeah, he's got a lot of seasons to show what
He's
he had.
he's an okay driver, but he's not a star driver like, you know, like Norris or George Russell or,
Yeah,
you know, other guys.
yeah. The young guys that show up and may actually make a difference, you can really tell, you know. And Giovinazzi
Yeah,
is more like in the background doing his own things. Like he's not
you could
bad, but
see
he's not.
you could
great.
see like Lando and George Russell. Maybe not so much with George, but with Lando for sure. That he came in the sport. His rookie season was super strong, and this season he's super strong as well. And then, yeah, George Russell just joined F1 at the worst possible timing for him. But he still managed to, you know, out-qualify Kubica every single time.
Yeah. George Russell I mean, George Russell would be hard not to. The argument for him not to go to Mercedes.
Well, his move to Mercedes is all in Toto's hands and Hamilton's hands, honestly.
And if he doesn't get the seat, the only reason was because Hamilton doesn't want competition. Basically,
Pretty much.
He wants someone he's got a measure of Bottas, right? So he doesn't want to change that. But again, how many more years in the sport does Hamilton have? At some point, Mercedes got to think about the future. How long is Russell going to sit around patiently waiting for a Mercedes seat to open up? You know, he has other options. You know, the guy put a Williams in P2. Oh, Mr. Tafter, he almost lost a rear.
Yeah, and that one Grand Prix where he drove for Mercedes because Hamilton had COVID. He was gonna win that race if the team didn't fuck him over. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he had.
He drove in a car that he never drove before, and he didn't even fit in it, and he had to learn all of the single balance overnight. And he still drove to line better than Bottas did, really.
Well, he got screwed up, and then he had to make an overtake on Bottas.
Yeah, I don't know how you mess up so bad that you just, you mess up the tires. It's just crazy to me. Like, a team like a Mercedes makes such a, silly mistakes.
And then it happens when is behind the wheel is incredible. Yeah.
Mistakes do happen, so I really can't blame them. Well, yeah, it's really up to Toto and Hamilton to decide if Georgie is coming into Mercedes run. I really hope he joins Mercedes.
It would be fun. It would be good to see somebody who can actually push him. We'll see.
I mean, this season Verstappen is kind of doing it.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Tafter! Oh, that's almost a wheel that came off. And he did the exact same thing.
No. Safety car, like, wow.
Safety car.
That actually triggered a safety car. That's pretty crazy.
Tafter is Hamilton. A tap on the wing and the FIA give him a safety car.
So he's gonna pit and just be P6. So he's not gonna lose that much. But yeah, if Bottas is out, well, you've got Williams that can potentially take him, and you've got Alfa Romeo. If Kimi actually retires, I would see Bottas moving to Alfa Romeo. Unless Ferrari picks a new a new driver from like F2 or something, and they just want to put him in a seat in F1. Because I think Alfa Romeo is like a Ferrari's sister team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pat Lessard and Exponent. Oh, a driver penalty for spinning under the safety car.
Both?
Yeah,
Is this game bugged?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so Sheer in the chat also added to the fact that Hamilton might block George Russell move to Mercedes just because, you know.
Because he doesn't want another Rosberg in his team. That's pretty much the reason. Oh my god, Mr. Taffer. Oh, gave me a heart attack, man.
And Bonnet. Oh, really? Oh, he almost
bent
lost
it in the wall.
Okay. And Bonnet was no, this is full safety car, right? Oh yeah, he did already.
No, it's a full safety car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Albon joining, you know, like Williams, if George goes to Mercedes. Because I'm pretty sure there is no future for Albon in the Red Bull team.
No.
And since they just signed Perez for the next year,
Oh, they did.
they signed an extension for 2022.
All right, Sheer, thank you so much for showing up today. Yeah, man, you have pace, and it's a long season, so you know, don't get discouraged. There's plenty of time.
What do you think will be like the craziest driver move of the season
Oh,
this
man.
year?
That's. I mean, the rumors you were talking about today are kind of just out there.
It's all the rumors, you know.
Yeah. Man, that's
stuck in the paddock.
Bonnet is gotta drive through it. So does Pat Lassard. Like, what is going on? If there is a bug, Pat will have video, and so we'll get to take a look.
Maybe it's the same thing as Nick had, that the delta just reset at some point to 0, and it just went negative. Do you remember that? Gator 3 seconds time penalty for track limits.
Oh.
Not sure how you do that under the safety car, but I guess it does happen. You know what would be the craziest move to happen this season? It would be Ricciardo getting kicked out of McLaren, and like, I don't know, like Gasly joining McLaren. That'd be pretty crazy.
Oh, because Ricardo would have basically shown the door.
I mean, look at Ricciardo's performance this year.
Yeah.
You know?
He's taken a while to learn that car. Absolutely.
He's a really good driver because he just proved that in the Red Bull. But I think he's just struggling with the car. Ricciardo right now is like a Red Bull second driver. He has like this curse on him. can just really go fast.
Which is interesting because Ricardo was comparably as fast as, you know, Max in that in the Red
Yeah.
Bull. So
I still think him leaving Red Bull was the biggest mistake of his career, honestly. But I also understand why. So the safety car is in the
oh,
pits.
Kenny!
Kenny! Oh, and he's off on the grass. Oof.
Okay, so he was side by side. He was in the outside.
Mr. Tafter after a wing change in P4 already.
P3 because Bonnet has a drive-through.
Yeah, that is true.
Ooh, is Alsucio gonna have a run? Or sorry, is Kenny gonna have a run? No. Well, Alsucio just have the race pace today in the ring. I mean, that's just what it is. And without DRS, you know, it's difficult. This guy's got 7 more left to go. Okay. Kenny locking up.
Yeah, Mr. Tafter just burning his ERS on the straight.
Okay, so Kenny's staying within a sub 1 second, so we'll see what he can do. So Bonnet stays out.
Yeah, 6 laps to go.
So Mr. Tafter is about a second, so there's what it is. So Kenny might be able to take it to El Sucio. And Tafter is about sub 1 second to Bonnet. Is it just me or is the rain increasing?
I think it's still the same. Hard to tell, honestly.
And Pat had to drive Pat had to serve his drive-through. But these safety cars, they're ensuring that the whole field stays really close.
Yeah.
Have you done laps on this track yet, Cub?
No, not at all. Not a single lap.
Me neither.
I'm probably just gonna do some tomorrow before the race.
Yeah. That's all I have time for as well. So that's gonna be fun. And this track has never clicked for me.
Yeah, me neither, really. I remember back on Air Factor 2, I was a full second slower than P25. Yep.
All right. I just realized that Bonnet doesn't have a drive-through. He has a 3-second penalty for corner cutting.
Oh, I thought it's a drive-through.
I thought it was a drive-through as well. No, it's just a 3-second.
So can you kind of keep in that 1 second gap with Alsucio then?
All right, so Nameless Nate says that as a pad player, he likes this track. And I mean that's a good point because El Sucio Dan is a pad player. Oh, El Sucio Dan going deep into the chicane, losing some time to Kenny. These guys not having DRS, so they have to burn their ERS, and they all are. They know there's only 5 laps left after locking the rears. Oh, Mr. Tefter, 0.2 seconds behind. So Tefter has got the pace on Bonnet. Bonnet has a time penalty. At this point, you just stay behind him, right?
Yeah. You're too far away from P2 to fight for it. Unless you got a good ride, then I really wouldn't bother.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, we had almost a third of the field DNF today. Or actually, precisely a third of the field has DNF today. And that's the problem.
33%.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to make the... Oh, yeah, he's locking the front. I wouldn't try to make to pass because... Wow, he's going to 5th. He's going to 5th gear. 6th gear before he goes on full power. Oh, that's Gator.
Oh, we got... Yeah.
So all Gator has to do here is to bring this car home.
Yeah, pretty much.
So something must have happened because Kenny had just lost a full second to El Sucio. So that basically settles it. Short of a penalty, short of El Sucio getting a penalty. 3 laps to go.
Yeah, I'm watching Mr. Tafter right now. Wanna see if he makes that overtake on next Bonnet.
Now, Bonnet is trying to put some fastest lap El Sucio down. Wow. So he gets live points right now is 26 points for El Sucio Dan.
Did he ever lose P1 this race?
Nope. He
looks like it's gonna be a Grand Slam.
Yeah, well, he was P2 in the grid, and he got a jump on sheer. Yeah.
I thought he was P1.
By yeah, sheer cleared pole by half a second. Okay, you can see that Bonnet is really trying to add that 3-second gap. Oh, Gator off.
Off again.
Sector 2, yes. At this point, I think Pat might catch up to him.
Nah, he's still too far.
So the mistake happened here. I'll see what the delta looks like. Yeah, look at that. It's gonna be 13 seconds now. All he needs to do is just one more off, basically.
Yeah.
Which is easy to do in these conditions.
So Mr. Tafter 1.6 seconds behind Bonnet.
Yeah, Bonnet is pushing. He's trying to keep that P3.
Yeah.
Now, Tafter's got 40% ERS and Bonnet's got 40%. Bonnet doesn't seem to be burning too much. We'll see at the straight. But not a whole ton of difference in pace here.
Yeah, pretty close between the two of them.
They're still braking pretty late.
Yeah. On entrance, the braking point doesn't really change that much, honestly.
You yeah, no wonder you guys were fast in Australia.
Yeah, full wets is they're a bit different, but not
Okay.
that much.
Okay, Tafter just shaved a ton of time off of Bonnet. I think that's it for P3.
Yeah.
Adding a 3-second gap in these conditions, it's a tough ask. Tafter might go for it.
I think he's still too far.
Yeah, these guys are still have 40% ERS. They're gonna burn everything in this straight.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
They were saving. That's smart. They were both saving literally everything for this last back straight. El Sudan crosses the line for a dominant drive.
Oh, and the fastest lap.
Fastest lap. Kenny, solid drive. Very consistent. P2. Bonnet, P3 on track, but because of penalties, Mr. Tafter is gonna be P3. So Bonnet, P4. And Gator has been able to stay ahead of Pat Lassard. He's had a couple of offs, but because Pat had the drive-through, Pat was too far behind to take advantage of that. And Pat Lassard, I don't know if it's been a game bug tonight with the amount of safety car
No.
drive-throughs we were given, but if that's the case, we're going to find out from these drivers. And that's been it. Kind of a quiet race tonight. Driver of the day, Mr. Tafter, absolutely from the last on the grid to a podium position. Solid drive. Wow.
Yeah, totally deserved.
Absolutely. And that's it for it, folks. This is Americans Alliance Formula Racing Division 2. We have plenty of seats. If you come across this video or you've been watching and you'd like to race with us, join our Discord. This has been Sukuri and KUB. Thank you so much for showing up today, KUB.
Thank you too. Thank you for anyone that watched today. We'll see you next Tuesday
For
Spain. Spain, I believe.
All right. So these guys have done Spain before, and it's gonna be Spain's always a good track. So, everyone, have a very good night, and I'll see you soon.
Hello.